What's up YouTube? My name is Leon and this past weekend I got top 8 at Slovenia Nationals. I was first after Swiss. I lost the first round, it was a double loss against a Radiant Typhoon player, very unfortunate. I made a mistake because there was half a minute on the clock and yeah, I should have won that one as well, but then I won 9 in a row, first after Swiss, and then I lost in top 8 against the same player that I beat at the end of day 1. Shoutouts to him, very good match. And also that was also my mistake, unfortunately. We went over the game later and I could have played better, but if both of us play correctly the entire game, I still would have lost, so the game 3 was kind of unwinnable. That's unfortunate. Really sad I couldn't make it all the way, but yeah, let's get into the deck profile. Also in Swiss I beat the player that won the entire event. He also played branded, and yeah, unfortunate. Okay, the main deck is 43 cards, and we play the standard 1 OG Albas, 2 Fallen and White. This card is literally the best card in the game right now. If you hard open this card against like Kultun, honestly against almost every single deck, you just instantly win the game. Like there's almost no cards that beat this card. Yep. By far the best card in the game. Then 1 Ecclesia. I didn't want to play more. Even going second, I don't think this card is that high quality. I would rather just see like non-engine or other starters. But it's a really good card still. You have to play it. Yep, standard. Then 3 Aluber. The Goat, the best normal summon. Way better than the Bird that some people play. That one is really shit in my opinion because it makes your deck unnecessarily shit into removal for no reason. Like going second, this card just immediately forces out something. You just normal this, it immediately goes effect on summon, and it doesn't lose to removal because this deck just naturally doesn't lose to removal. So you don't want to give yourself any unnecessary weaknesses. Also, you can do some really sick plays with this card, like that not a lot of people I think are using it correctly. Like there was like a really sick play I did. Like my opponent had a Kultun Loudest War. I had like this engraved, some other stuff, and Mirror Jade on the board. It was like Mirror Jade. And he went normal Q effect to summon, and then I chained Jade just to force out the Loudness War. He changed the Loudness War to bounce, to copy the track maker, bounce this. So this goes back to extra deck. He summons the guy. And then because he's turn player, he goes chaining 1 to search. I go chaining to Aluber, negate, summon back, and all the cards were known, so they just ended his turn and I won. Yeah, some really cool outplays you can do with this card. Just, in my opinion, way better than the Bird. Then 2 Cartesia, obviously insane card. I tried playing 3, but yeah, I don't think it's that worth it because the 2 card combos with this card, if you only have this like and no White Albas access, are kind of shit. Like it's okay, but yeah, it's one of the best extenders in the deck. Very good. Then I played 2 Quem. This is like the main difference between my list and some other people's. I literally see 0 people playing 2 of this card. Almost every single person plays 1. And in my opinion, it is way better into board breakers, this deck, if you play 2. Because like having the second one in the deck to summon off Grand Guignol in the opponent's turn, like summon of this in the opponent's turn, just makes it so you don't have to respond to anything. Like they just go all the Draco Tail effects, yeah, pan, blah blah. You can just let everything resolve. Sure, they pop your board, doesn't matter. And then like later in the turn, you can just go trigger this, summon a second Quem effect, send the kit effect, revive something, effect, fuse, then this can revive again. Like just the whole board comes back. And it is really important in my opinion to play the second one. I just cannot play without it. I tried one, didn't feel good, so yeah, I put it back in. The second one is, in my opinion, mandatory. Okay. Then I played one new kit and one old kit. This one, I mean, in my opinion, is 100% mandatory for like the same reason that I said. It just increases your grind game, makes it absolutely insane, and plays very well into board breakers. Also going second, I think this card is really good to send off Brand Fusion. Just gives you another push, revives the White Albas, brings back the Cartesia. Insane. Yep, and the old kit, this one is probably like the most iffy card in the deck. Like in my opinion, I mean, I really like it, but I will say that this one is debatable. Like you can definitely get away with cutting this. But I just play it because I like the playstyle a lot by grinding, getting back your retribution. Just I think it's really good in the mirror match. Really good going second as well, because you go like Fallen Virtuous or Albaz or something, just send a fusion, and then this can be another push because it's not a normal summon if you have a fusion. But it is debatable. And I also, you will see later, I tried to make this deck play the least amount of bricks you can. And this one is not really a brick, like it's fine. It's just a start. Worst case, it's a worse Aluber. But yeah, as you'll see, I am not playing Mercurier. Because I think if you do not play Lubellion and Lost, that it is not worth it, because you can't really search it, and it's really, really bad to draw. So I would rather just play the cleanest possible list, because in my opinion, the way you beat Cool Toon and decks this format in general is that you just draw really high quality hands. Like Cool Toon, sometimes they will look at your hand with the Rotary and they'll just go, what? I can't do anything. This is so, your hand is too strong. Like that's the way you beat them, is just them seeing a hand that is too strong. And if they see like a Merc or something, they can just feel really good because it doesn't do anything, right, going second. So yeah, we don't play that. Then we play one Shrouded. Ignore the secret there, hasn't come in the mail yet. And one Saronir. In my opinion, Shrouded is mandatory, because some lines, like sometimes you get interrupted like in some really weird spots, and you really want to make the Grangignol and send this to get access to Branded Fusion. Like if you really want to make the deck as clean as possible, you can cut this, because I think this fixes the most of the like weird situations that I'm talking about. But sometimes, like if you open just one of these to end Cartesia, you really like to have a second one to go like full Branded Fusion combo. And I figured that there was going to be a lot of mirror matches. There wasn't. So I played Saronir as well, because the worst case is just a Bestial, like a OK non-engine. And I also post side, I think it's really nice to have the option to search a Bestial of Magnamut. If you already have Fawn and White, you can just search a Saronir. That's it for the monsters. Then for the spells, I play double Branded Fusion. One last ride, this card is going to 1, unfortunately. Absolutely insane card, like one of the best cards in the game as well. People are saying it's not gonna hurt going to 1. It does hurt a little bit, because obviously we are playing 2 for a reason. But it is fine. Like the deck, I think the deck is still the best deck in the format, even post the ban list. Yeah, amazing card. Also, another thing to note, I am not playing Sword, like Branded Sword. I think that card is really bad, because the combo you do with this, you play it basically to increase the combo with Branded Fusion, to make it better. And in my opinion, I found the combo that is basically the same thing, and you just don't need the sword at all. And the sword is just a hard brick, and you know, going with the theory of opening the cleanest possible hands, I just cut sword. I can actually show the combo right now. So yeah, you go Branded Fusion, you make the Albion, sending the Cartesia and Albaz, like in the sword combo, exactly the same effect. You banish these two. You make the Grang effect, sending the Dogma. But this is where you would usually send like Shrouded or Saronir, and then Sword and Sword at his back. But you can just send this directly. Then you can go to the end phase effect, search a Fallen and Virtuous, activate, pop your Albion, which sends your Titanic Lead. And then you can trigger Titanic Lead, summon another white Albaz from the deck. This. And then this can get to Ecclesia. And then the Albion is going to set another Fawn Virtuous. So this is basically the same. Like the main difference with the sword combo is that you have a Quem on the board as well. But that is, in my opinion, pretty much doesn't matter, because you can just go Grand Gnoll on the opponent's turn to summon the Quem from deck anyways. I guess it is worse into Ash, but if they top deck Ash, they're gonna Ash the Ecclesia anyways. That is the same in the Sword combo. So it, again, doesn't really matter. I guess it's worse into like top deck Ash and them having Fawn and Virtuous in their hand already. But in my opinion, that is uncommon enough, like niche enough, for you to not warrant playing a hard brick for that. So yeah, I think this combo was completely fine. Did not miss Sword a single time. So yeah, in my opinion, completely unneeded card. Yep, let's continue with the spells. I played then triple High Spirits. Again, like second best card in the deck, basically. It gets you this. Basically just a better this. You have a dragon, immediately get a send for this, then add this and another one. Like you just win. Even if they interrupt you, it's fine. Then like this is a new addition to the deck. I play 3 Nadir. This is pretty much the best card after this that exists in the game that searches this. And you just want to play the max possible ways to this card as possible because it's so strong. Like even though it locks you into out of the extra deck, it is still, even going second, I think this card is still fine. Like yeah, you can do the Titanic Let play in the end phase with Albas, but it is completely fine. Like even this resolving, you can still go like Thorn and Virtuous in the end phase with Dogma, summon the Quem, it's fine. You can still like make a half board in the end phase. Completely fine. This card was amazing. the whole weekend. Yep. Then I play just 1 opening. This is the worst starter in the deck. Like before I was playing 3 openings, 0 Nadir, but then I switched to 1 opening, 3 Nadir, because this is the worst starter. It just locks into fusions immediately. It's an okay extender, and I also don't play red, so this doesn't really come up in the end phase for the red lines. I do still think playing 1 opening is mandatory, because you need it in some matchups, like randomly White Forest, it came up like 1 minute game. Also in like against Mitsurugi and against Lunar Light, you need this card to survive a few turns, because yeah, you just outgrind those decks, no problem. You just have to survive and like beat the Liger next turn with Titanic Lad. Yep, those are the power spells. Then we play the most versatile card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Triple Fawn and Virtuous. This card is absolutely insane, even in other decks. Like every deck can play this pretty much. But in this deck specifically, it's actually insane, because you get the second effect as well. Like you have Ecclesia in the grave a lot of the time, and you can just steal your opponent's monsters for free. Like stealing Murakumo's, yeah, like crazy card. Searchable as well. Outs a lot of stuff. Like absolutely insane. Like my favorite card to play in this deck. Super fun to play with. Yep, and then 1 Retribution. In my opinion, this is still mandatory, and against the grindier matchups, I would leave this in, even post side, like going second, because yeah, it's just really strong. Having this to send like off a Albion or off Saronir, even going second just gives you that extra push. Like if they negate the activation of like Fallen or of Branded Fusion, you can just add it back and yeah, use it again. Very good. That's it for the engine. And then for non-engine, I think it is 15 cards. I played triple Fuvalos. This is just very good in these types of decks that have really strong engine, because it forces the opponent into half boards. Like even Cool Toon, it's like people say it's really bad against Cool Toon, but even against them, like if they make just the track maker board, just like the half board, and try to synchro summon on your turn, they will die. Because your hands are so strong that the half board literally does nothing to you. So if you can force them to make the half board, it's insane. And it's like a lose-lose situation, because if they do not make the half board, then you draw like 2-3 cards and you still win. So I think this card is really good. Then it is 3 Ash. Ash is mainly for Fuvalas. In the main deck, you side it out sometimes going second, and also it's also good for Dracotail, because I think Dracotail is one of the tougher matchups for this deck. And if you can just hit the Rahu, prevent the 2 traps, I think it is really valuable enough to play. And then 2 Droll. I was really afraid of some like random scary combo decks like Elf Note or some shit. And again, like just generally forces decks to make half boards. And this deck eats half boards for breakfast. So I think Joel was worth playing. Also worth mentioning, these two are High Spirits Bridges. This one can send Grand Gnoll and this one can send Rinbroom. So yeah, they are also consistency pieces, I guess. It increases your High Spirits consistency. Then it is Triple Droplet, the best board breaker in the format, I think. Still, even against Kultun, absolutely insane card. Helping you dodge like Flame and Radiant Typhoon Trap and stuff like that, like helping you against Doom Z. Really, really strong. Yep, just really fun card. And then a new addition is Triple Dominus Spark. This card is mainly here for Kultun. Like, again, really, really strong against Kultun. And also really good in the mirror match as well. And against Draco Tail, if they go for the Synchro line, it also punishes them a lot. Also really good against Doom Z. Like, I just think this card is super strong against almost every single top deck. And specifically against Kultun, some people think this card is bad because the way Kultun plays around this card is that they keep the one KTS in the hand, and then when you go this in the end phase, they can chain the KTS and chain the Zalen to negate. But the problem with that is you just don't activate the spark, right? It's just, they keep a KTS in hand, you just say, okay, sure, my turn, you draw, okay, and then you have the spark for your turn, and they kept a KTS in hand for no reason. So like it reduces their board just by aura farming them, just being there, just literally scares them, and they keep a KTS in hand to negate it, and just don't activate it, and then you have it for your turn. It's insane. That won me a few games. Super, super good card. And the last card is One Called By. I will play it as long as it's legal. Absolutely, absolutely insane card. Yep, going first or second. Also in the mirror, crazy. Okay, that is it for the main deck. Token for extra deck. I played, obviously, the Ecclesia Synchro. Yep, nothing to say. One of the best cards in the game as well. The best like grind game piece in the game, pretty much. Super crazy card. Then this is a change from last time. I only play one Jade. I cut the second one for a Sanctifier. And I will admit, this one was okay. Like, it was pretty much the worst card in the extra deck. But it was still fine. Like, the times I made it, it was pretty strong. Also, I just wanted to go more in the grind game direction. Because, like, now that I'm playing the new kit, this can, like, revive Clem. And then Clem can send the kit, and then that revives something else, blah, blah, blah. And it's really, really good. Also, this can give your opponent the kit, and then you can just attack it, kill it, and then it triggers in your grave. Yeah, really good card. Also, it helps you post side, I guess, against Radiant Typhoon by locking easier with this. But that didn't really come up. Yeah, solid cards. Then, obviously, the double Albion. Yep, insane. The best card in the extra deck, pretty much. No, I don't know. There's a lot of best cards in this extra deck. All of the cards are insane, but one of the most important ones. Lubellion, obviously for the grind game, you have to play this card. Insane. Also for the dark decks. Then double Dogma. I think now most people are caught on to this, that you need to play 2 Dogma. Yep, insane card. Really good against Draco Tail. Really good against most decks. Like, if you just keep making these cards, they're really, really difficult to out. And yeah, just shuffling back your resources, shuffling back the kits, shuffling back the, I don't know, Fallen and Virtuous, Banish Retributions, insane. Really good. Also, like, against like Sky Striker, it's really funny because they like use a Shark Cannon. You have like the Ecclesia engraved, right? Have this engraved. They use a shark. They use like Chainlink 1, like Widow Anchor, target this or something. Chaining to Shark Cannon to banish this, to make this effective. You can just chain Fallen and Virtuous and send this to the grave. And this is also an Ecclesia. So this just gets unaffected again. That did come up once. It was pretty funny. Then I played 1 Titanic Lead, another target to send, really good. On 1 Rinbroom, insane again, but making your
making your Fawn and Virtuous are really, really strong interruptions, basically turning it into 3 interruptions if you have Albas in grave. 1 Albalinatus, this was mainly for the Mirror and for the Dracotil. It did come up a lot. A lot of people, for some reason, didn't play around it very well, and it won me some games. Also a really nice target to send off like Jade on the opponent's turn to search Fusion in the end phase to get follow-up. And then double Grand Glignol, also in my opinion mandatory to play 2. You have to send one for High Spirit sometimes, and you need the second one in the extra deck. And then the target I chose to play is 1 Lulu, 1 Lilith. The main reason for this, like all the targets are fine, I think, but the main reason for this is because I play Nadir. This one also comes up a lot to be sent off Nadir. So it has like a dual use, and yeah. In my opinion, this one is the best if you play Nadir. And then 1 Chaos. This one was very, very, very good against Dracotil and against Kultun actually to out the field spell. Because like if you don't play this card, basically Albas plus Cartesia or something, or just Albas just threatens less stuff in general, because none of these cards interact with back row at all. So having this as an option just makes your deck way more versatile, and you just threaten more things with like every Cartesia fuse and everything. So yeah, I think this is also mandatory. That is it for the extra deck. I guess I can show the Nadir combo really quick if some people don't know it. If you have just this, you go activate it, and the first thing you send is Titanic Lad to play around draw, and you add to your hands the white Albas. And then if they draw you here, you go effect of this, send this, you know, and you have both of these. But if you don't draw, if you don't get drawn, you can just send the Dogma. This gets summoned, effect, summon this, and then you go end phase, effect of Lad, summoning the Quem, effect, sending this. Then you go Dogma, adding the Fallen Virtuous to your hand, and then you activate the Fallen Virtuous, targeting the Albas to destroy it, and sending the Albion, which will then trigger the Quem, because the card left the extra deck. You can bring back the Cartesia. So now you have all 3 of the girls on the board at the end of your turn, which is very important. And then Albion can set you either a Retribution or another Fallen Virtuous. Like just also just like general tip with this deck, I think that ending with Cartesia on the board should be prioritized over like Omega and random stuff that people play. Like in my opinion, just having this on your board already at the start of your opponent's turn just makes it way more layered, because that means that Quem can then revive something else on the opponent's turn, and your like Synchro Ecclesia can summon like Albas or like anything else literally. So if like one of your things gets interrupted, or if you get like called by it, you can, you know, sequence it better, and yeah, just makes it way, way more layered. So in my opinion, just try to prioritize getting Cartesia on the board on your turn already. Excuse me. Then for the side deck, I played 1 Diabels because I was scared of Radiant Typhoon. And yep, it was round 1. I made a mistake because it was half a minute on the clock, and I was super nervous playing like really fast, because I thought it was a winning position, but yeah, it was really unfortunate that time was so close. So I, by mistake, I summoned this in defense, and then he had a Crusade on the board and he can just attack it. And then it's like an undecided game state. It would be a whole grind game, so he didn't scoop, and it was a double loss. But if I summon it in attack, I just instantly win the game because he doesn't have outs. And yeah, unfortunate mistake, but I guess it worked out well, because then I guess I won all the rest of them. Then 1 Nib. Yeah, this one's like the 15th card in the extra deck. Really good, actually. Like every time I think Nib is bad in the format, it's somehow really, really good. Like all the people just don't play around it, I guess, because they don't think it's in the format. And yeah, it just cooks people randomly. Really good. Also really good for going first. Like if you make a board and have this on top, it's completely unlosable. Like they can't do anything. 1 Mag, insane for the mirror match.
insane against Kultun also because it shuffles your deck, so they don't know your top deck, and it guarantees white albas at the start, which is really good. Also, another thing I forgot to mention with Albaniantus, the Kultun level 7, like Zaren, Zaren, is a dragon, so this just immediately, like if you get albas on the board, this just immediately threatens the Zaren, so they have to negate albas immediately or like remove it. Yep, so that's also another reason why it's really good against Kultun. Yeah, just going second in general, really good because it's just a starter. Like getting you the white albas, really valuable. Then I play triple retaliating C with no exit on this time because there was no space, and also I think it's not really that good. Also, I think that people thought I was gonna play it, so they played around it, which was true. It did help, however, in a few Dracotail matchups, so really good. I would continue playing it if Dracotail wasn't dead, but yeah, it got killed on the ban list, so I'm probably not gonna play this anymore. Also, I do not side this against Kultun. Against Kultun, I side only one mag and I think two Dark Ruler, no more. And honestly, don't really need to side much against Kultun, but I just like to diversify my board breakers so I don't draw multiples. And then I play Triporulia. This was like, I don't think I ever sided this in actually, maybe once. Like this was like, this was here for Malice and for VSK9, which I was very scared of, both of those decks, but I played against Zero, so it never came up pretty much. But it is a solid card. I would continue playing it, like the theory behind it is there. Yep. Then triple Dark Ruler no more, because I thought a lot of people are gonna be on Doomsday. And yeah, this I think is just the best card against them. If you have this plus Engine, it's not that difficult to beat. So yeah, it did come up against like Kultun and against White Forest randomly. Sided it in. I don't think I saw it actually, but it did get sided in a few times, and it was okay. I would continue playing it. And then the last card is evenly matched against, like, because it is Slovenia, I thought there was gonna be a lot of like super random decks, like a random rogue. So I wanted to be prepared. This card just absolutely cooks some decks that don't have Omni Negates, and also really good against Dracotail. But against Dracotail, I drew it only one time and I still lost that game, which was very unfortunate because it had Ash in hand. Yeah, I also used it a few times to bluff. Like the player I played in top 8 saw, I knew he saw it day 1 when we played, so I bluffed it game 2. I just go end of main, he starts using the synchro and stuff, and then I try to play into the board and I still lost because I think he had Ash Bell or something. He has like a few hand traps on top, so I still couldn't win. But yeah, bluffing it is also really useful in some unwinnable game states. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Shoutouts. I would like to shout out my friends, everyone who tested with me, specifically Lindic, Nikola, and Jure. They helped me the most with the theory for this deck and playtesting. And also shoutouts to the people who lended me Sparks. They were not mine. It was Haris, and then it was Nate, Slapnichar, and David. Thank you so much, guys, for lending me the cards. Shoutouts to Cardpoint for hosting this amazing event. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye.